election is less than a week away. You've been campaigning with the vice president. Where does this race stand, and who do you think is going to win?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Sarah? You dropped out for a second.
Sure. The election's only a week away, so I know you've been campaigning with the vice president. We wanted to know where you think the state of the race is. Who do you think is going to win right now?
Oh, I think the vice president's going to win, obviously. I think, things have changed a lot since 2016.
I didn't hear what he said.
In 2016,
You heard the
in
important part.
2016, the 2016, the Trump voter was the silent voter, somewhat in the 2020 election. But now I think it's really switched. I think Elon taking over Twitter has emboldened Trump voters to get loud, to denigrate Harris voters. And that has really caused people to be quiet. And then you hear him say things like he did last night about women. I really think women are going to win this election for the vice president. I think they'll come out in numbers. I think they'll, not listen to their husbands. I think they're going to do the right thing and vote for the vice president.
Isn't that funny that he's saying that Trump voters have been really going at Kamala Harris voters and Democrats? What I've seen is it's the complete opposite, especially in Black culture. What I've seen is that Kamala Harris supporters, and especially within Black culture, have been going against Trump supporters or people that say that I want to think for myself, I want to consider the opposite. And culturally, it's 100% different. And so this is how you know that this is just propaganda. This is just a part of the machine. This is just talking. Because he's telling you something, but it doesn't necessarily resonate, and it's not true, but they'll say anything to try to get it. I mean, I've never had more people come at me for saying that I am now 100% in favor of bringing back the thing that we experienced in 2016 through 2020 versus experience what I've experienced over the last 3.5 years. And I've never had more of a backlash and an uprising, especially from people within the community and the culture and Black women going against you, and Black men. It's been both, that say they call me out of my name. They say I'm one of the, all of this other, what they say, how they say it. And so the minute that you start thinking for yourself, the minute that you get off the Democratic plantation, they come for you. And that's what I've experienced. On the flip side, he then said and talked about, I think that women are going to do the right thing and go against their husbands. So doing the right thing is going against your husband. I'm telling you that everybody in this party is demonic. I'm telling you that everything that they stand for is demonic. These people don't have a moral compass. They don't have a bone in their body. And, forget your religious beliefs, forget your moral compass, forget your covenant that you made before God with the person that you're married to. Forget what you're supposed to stand on when it comes to the alphabet community. Forget what we're talking about when it comes to the migrant crisis. This is the same guy that said, oh man, the reason that the migrant crisis, they let in tens and tens and tens of millions of people is because they just care too much. Really? Are we going to take Mark Cuban serious? We're really witnessing the feminization of men and the downfall of Mark Cuban. Let's continue.
Okay, so talking about 2016. In 2016, you supported Trump for a little bit. Sorry about that. But then you saw the error of your ways, and he is not happy with you now. He's calling you a loser. You're weak. You're pathetic. He says that once he stopped taking your calls, you went rogue. Is that really how it went down? Something tells me no. Your thoughts?
No. I mean, when he was president, I actually, he asked for help on PPE during the pandemic. I helped out all I could. He invited me to lunch, bring my kids, bring the family. Yeah. It didn't work out.
Who would
but, the funniest part.
Sorry.
I'm telling you, man, these people are so disrespectful. So you telling me that the guy was nice and y'all worked together, but then you turned on him.
Who was what?
It's good. Go ahead, Melissa.
Well, Mark, let me ask you, because I know you were a Nikki Haley supporter like I was in the primary, but now you're supporting Kamala Harris. And turns out Donald Trump is not even asking Nikki Haley for her help to try to reach her voters. What do you make of that? And do you think having people like Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, and other Republicans with Kamala Harris is going to put her over the edge with these Nikki Haley supporters?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it'll put her over the edge with Nikki Haley supporters. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women.
As though Obama parading around and trying to chastise men, black men in particular, for thinking for themselves and thinking for what's best for their family. As though it was not bad enough that we seen Joe Biden say some of the wildest thing that he said about Trump supporters. Now you have Mark Cuban saying that Donald Trump is not around intelligent and smart women. Oh my God. Listen, they don't have a leg to stand on when you're saying record for record. They don't. And so now they're using insulting. They think it's shaming language that they're going to shame you into doing what they want you to do. But it's really, really about insulting you. They don't even realize they tone deaf. They're tone deaf, and they think that they are going to shame you into voting for Kamala, voting for the thing that we know for a fact is not in our best interest. We gonna shame them into it, but they really just insulting you. And so now, not only are you garbage from Joe Biden, not only are black men misogynistic, but now the women are stupid and not intelligent because they decided that they want to align with a party that more closely reflects the values of their family, the values of their spirituality, and then also what's best for your pocketbook. And so all of a sudden, y'all are no longer intelligent and you can't think for yourselves. So I don't want to be around somebody that can't convince me why this migrant crisis logically, because nobody has ever had an answer for it. And even when you look at this interview with The View, because of course they do more bad than they do good, it's The View. I mean, this is the very people that Donald Trump said that they all used to love him and they all was friends until 2016 when he decided to run for president. And then all of a sudden they went against him. So, you're talking about a group of people that obviously, obviously don't have our best interests at heart. So why would I ever listen to a bunch of women on The View who can't even articulate themselves as effectively, but always use shame and language? But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker about this whole thing. Every single one of these people, every last one of these people, they spend all of their time telling you what you shouldn't like about Trump instead of telling you what you should like about Kamala Harris. And that should tell you something. That should be your kicker. That should be your clue. And if y'all don't wake up on November 5th and make decisions that make sense for your family instead of listening to these out of touch celebrities, it's over for these out of touch celebrities. Don't nobody care. Listen, he's sitting on his private jet. Your kids got to go to school today. I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure you tap into the Patreon link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. Wake up, or you can listen to Mark Cuban and vote for Kamala Harris.